Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Yesterday, when this story broke about Denny Hastert, the 59th Speaker of the House, my eyebrows were up. I was wondering what it's all about. Why are we hearing about a political scandal that's obviously from years and years ago? You know, they're always giving us news, breaking news that's really news of the past, which has almost no bearing on our current lives. And the reason we get news like this is because it's confusing, it's nonsensical, and overall it serves the purpose of distraction. And yesterday, when this story broke, it was about a money scandal. Today, the money scandal has turned into it's a hush money scandal covering up a sex bribe money relationship. But anyway, true to form, CNN is telling me all I need to know about this with their headlines. See this headline, sexual misconduct question mark? It ties in directly with Denny Hastert, who was the 59th Speaker of the House, a number we often find coded on black people. The word kill equals 59 in Jewish gematria. But anyway, check this out. Denny Hastert was the 59th Speaker of the House. And this headline, sexual misconduct, has a gematria of what else? 59. A 59 headline for the 59th Speaker of the House. Look at that guy. You know, this was one of the most important men in America. People have really been asleep. But True Seeker, just without the gematria, I mean, how many sex scandals can we go through? And also, once I heard this was a sex scandal, it right away made me think of, wait a minute, wasn't he Speaker of the House when Clinton was there and Monica Lewinsky thing was going on? So I looked it up, and hold on, where's it at here? Here's Time Magazine from yesterday, May 28th, 2015, the day the story broke. This article was about how Hastert became the Speaker of the House on the back of the Monica Lewinsky scandal because Republican Congressman Robert Livingston, Bob Livingston, during this time also spoke out that he had had an affair of his own, which allowed Hastert to step in and be, the all-American honest man. So do you see what they're really doing to us, Truth Seeker? Once upon a time, Bob Hastert became Speaker of the House because he was the guy with the squeaky clean sexual record, something that nobody should care about anyway. But it was this fact about him that got him to be where he was. Now, all these years later, they're humiliating him, shaming his name, and saying he paid $3.5 million in hush money to cover up this sexual affair. Think about that. $3.5 million for sex is also in this headline, and these headlines are read by people who slave annually for salaries of $20,000 to $30,000 before taxes. So these headlines, they play a major psychological toll. They're distracting, they're nonsensical, they make us forget about what matters. And that's why they're here. And these people, they keep coding it by the numbers. It's just an awful joke, Truth Seeker. I also want to point this out about him. His real name is John Dennis Hastert. He goes by Denny Hastert. His full name has a gematria of 77, a number we see a lot. Washington, D.C., House of Congress is on the 77th meridian, the American meridian. His name with S exception sums to 95, the reflection of 59, possibly also part of the reason he became the 59th Speaker of the House. His name that he goes by, Denny Hastert, has the gematria of 64, number we see a lot, connected to Thelema, Israel, Zionism. And the date he's born on also has this connection to 64. Denny Hastert. So this is how it goes, Truth Seeker. One hoax, one distraction after the next, all by the numbers. Let's go back and watch this news footage. Look at how they give us the cute date of January 19th, 119, 1999. Al Gore looking very robotic. Let's just watch it in action. Here we go.
According to the indictment, Dennis Hastert, President of the United States. The former former Speaker of the House, once second in line to the presidency, now facing federal charges. Accused of making false statements to the FBI and trying to hide large financial transactions that the government alleges was hush money. According to the indictment, Dennis Hastert agreed to pay $3.5 million to someone only identified as Individual A after meetings between the two 5 years ago. Payments meant to compensate for and conceal Hastert's, quote, prior misconduct. The indictment does not describe what that misconduct was, but does say Individual A knew Hastert most of Individual A's life.
That date they just gave had a numerology connection to 149, and I just want to point out that today is the 149th day of the year, May 29th. Maybe a very specific reason they just showed us that date in footage.
And was a resident of the Illinois town where the former Speaker of the House was high school teacher and coach for years.
In consultation with the White House.
In December of last year, the FBI launched an investigation on the payments and whether Hastert was trying to avoid currency transaction reporting requirements, as well as using the cash to cover up past misconduct.
That's why they would be looking into this if there was a pattern of withdrawing around $10,000 from the bank without another explanation.
Hastert told FBI agents that the withdrawals were because he did not trust the bank system. The government alleges that was a false statement. It's a stunning turn for the former Republican leader who was House Speaker from 1999 until he stepped down in 2007. Since then, he's been a lobbyist at this Washington firm, which quickly removed Hastert's biography from its website after the indictment was announced.
So there we go, Truth Seeker. A big story once he's pretty much out of the spotlight. And pretty soon it'll just be swept under the rug with the rest of the stories that get buried on top of all the new nonsensical stories. Remember when it was Anthony Weiner? Oh boy. Alright, until next time, Truth Seeker. Encore, Truth Seeker, one last point. The story about Denny Hastert broke May 28th, 2015, yesterday, a date with 48 numerology, 5 plus 28 plus 15 equals 48. Sex scandal with Pythagorean gematria, S exception, sums to 48, just like the word sex was simple English gematria. And I suspect this coding is not by coincidence. It just fits further into the pattern of how these stories go by the numbers. It would be interesting to go through the history of sex scandal reporting and see how often the number 48 was coded within as well. I guarantee it's there. These people are very repetitive and very dedicated to this numerology gematria practice. All right, until next time.